Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
What's on Tap podcast is back in your ear holes, and as always, I am your effervescent host, Stefan.
Why is it always in their ear holes?
Well, because it's, I'm assuming that
they listen?
auditorily it goes through the air and into their
I'm assuming that everyone
auditory canals.
I'm assuming that everyone runs this through some kind of voice recognition software and gets it as text
For a delightful oral pleasure.
Yes.
Not an oral pleasure,
No,
but
that would
an oral pleasure.
Yeah. Anyway, we are back.
We are back.
For another week.
And you are?
I'm still Martin.
Excellent. So I'm very excited about this week's episode because I picked up two beers at Glasbanken, and they are both beers that you would think, how are you able to get these in Europe? Because it's something from Equilibrium and it's something from the Veil.
Yep.
And we have had, traditionally, those have not been in high availability inside of Europe, but recently, I guess one of the benefits of COVID is we're just getting a lot more rare stuff, a lot more available on the beer shops. So
we'll see what happens after this period of
when they start opening and selling again. Yeah. I was trying to see when these were if they had a can date on them, but I don't see one on the bottom because I've got both of these, like I said, like Glasbanken, but they were both at a reduced price.
Nice.
So I went to their sales section. They've got a lot of great stuff in that sales section. If you haven't looked recently, I mean, you can get quite a few top-notch beers for like 20 to 50 crowns off a beer.
That's nice.
So I was very excited about that. And I don't see a canning date on the bottom of this.
No. So the first one we're having, you have it in your hand.
I do. It is the Equilibrium Lupo Lab Cryo Fluctuation. Comes in 8%, and that's all I got. That's all I can tell you about this beer. It looks great. It looks like a hazy IPA.
So cryo, I would assume it's made with cryo hops.
That would be my guess as well. Yep, that would be my guess. All right, so on first smell, it smells pretty good. It smells like a double IPA. Do you have any other notes on this?
This is made with an experimental concentrated Citra lupulin product called LUPOMAX from Equilibrium's friends at Haas Hops. And apparently they have a regular Fluctuation as well.
Okay.
So Equilibrium Fluctuation is their regular beer, and they took this one to make the same beer with these new experimental cryo products.
Okay.
So I guess at their tap room you would be able to try the regular and the experimental. We only have the experimental one, but we are happy with that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Equilibrium is something that we've always
loved,
really enjoyed and loved from, but it usually only came around during NBC times and the Blue Bar wine releases. Then you would find Equilibrium, and then the rest of the year you'd be like, too bad.
No Equilibrium for you. Smells good.
Yeah, it smells great. Cheers.
Cheers.
I quite like that. It's a little tartness to it.
A little buttery feeling.
I wouldn't describe buttery. I would say it has kind of a dry, bitter finish with a little bit of sweetness on the tongue. The first tastes are kind of fruity, not really tropical, but more of that cantaloupe melon kind of flavor.
Definitely.
On the front end.
The aftertaste disappears really quickly.
Yeah, like I said, it ends really dry, really clean. Just a little bit of like slightly bitter, slightly sweet notes finishing. I'm quite enjoying this.
I don't really know where to place it actually.
Yeah.
I think it's the bitterness. The bitterness is a little bit off for me, where it goes more towards the sweet, like you say, cantaloupe. Mm-hmm. It's not sweet as in the old double IPAs of the past, where they were malt sweet.
Yeah.
Like a traditional Stone double IPA, the way
Correct.
they used to taste.
Correct.
It's more... I'm going to give it a quite high rating, so I won't use certain words. I won't say sickeningly sweet, but it's sticky sweet, where I don't expect it to be.
Yeah, especially like I think the aftertaste, it tastes pretty sweet on your lips. Like it's got kind of a sticky sweetness there. Like almost, I would think they had milk sugars in it because of that kind of sweetness. But it could be from the. Did you say it was a maltodextrin something or another?
No.
Well, I can't remember the description again. It was a
experimental concentrated Citra lupulin product. So lupulin is just hops for me.
Yeah.
So some kind of hop concentrate.
Okay.
They explain it as Lupo Lab pours a hazy tangerine with enhanced flavors of dank citrus, ripe mango, sticky peach, drippy pineapple syrup, and a hint of passion fruit.
I wouldn't quite get all of that. I would say definitely the sticky mango was there. I would go with that one, but I'm not getting peach and whatever else syrupy something or another. I don't know. The finish is too dry for me to kind of go with all those other adjectives, but I quite like it. I think I think it's a little cold, but as it's opening up more, I'm definitely getting more of the flavor profiles in there. I think it's a really good beer.
Yeah, what would you give it?
I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah, that's where I am as well, but it's a really weak 4.
Yeah.
I'm teetering on the edge of a 3.75, but I'll nail.
I'm feeling pretty good about 4 on this one.
I'll put a 4
I think it's really good. Maybe I think if it gets a little warmer, it could even go to a 4.25.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just think it's a good 4.
I think with a little warmth, it'll be a solid 4.
Yeah.
It'll save itself from my hesitation.
Yeah. Now the next beer is one I'm really excited about.
The next beer looks...
Because I thought, I didn't know what it was. When I poured this thing into the glass, I was like, wait, what is this supposed to be? And then I read it was a double IPA because I thought it was like a crazy... Sour of some sort. Like one of these really thick Goza kind of style beers like the Answer makes. Or Berliner Weiss kind of things. But this is a double IPA.
So description says double IPA.
Yeah.
Classification says sour IPA.
Okay, well, I mean, when you read what's in it, you kind of go, I can see that.
I can read it. So it's the Veiled Motive. That's the beer. Our double IPA brewed with lots of raw wheat, fluffy flaked oats, and milk sugars. We hopped this one with fresh Citra and juicy Eldorado hops, then crushed it with pineapple, mango, peach, and vanilla. Big impressions of pineapple Sunny D, round vanilla, and dreamsicles. So is dreamsicle an ice cream?
Dreamsicle is it's a vanilla ice cream on a stick that's surrounded by orange sherbet.
Okay, so it's vanilla in the middle.
It's vanilla in the middle, surrounded by an orange.
Now I totally get it.
Ice
we
cream
have some
on the outside.
similar stuff.
Yeah, I think Pigaline maybe.
No, Pigaline is completely...
It's completely pear.
Yeah.
But there's another thing that you make, but it's got like a pear outside and then a vanilla center.
Yes.
I can't remember what it's called.
No, me neither. We're not the biggest ice cream... We're not the biggest popsicle...
I'm saying novelty ice cream is not my forte. No.
What is Sunny D?
Sunny D would be like...
lemonade?
No, it's like an orange juice kind of, but it's like a mixture of orange juicy kind of fruits put together. Okay. So it's I mean, it's something like kids like, but you wouldn't really drink it as an adult kind of thing. It's like a Capri Sun kind of.
Okay, then I get it.
But what's crazy about this
is they didn't
just looking at it, but they didn't just add vanilla. They added vanilla beans. At least that's what I'm hoping these black flecks are in this beer.
Yeah, the black spots have to be.
It has to be vanilla bean, right?
Let's hope so.
I mean, otherwise, I can't imagine what else it would be. I've never seen a beer with actual vanilla bean in it.
I mean, yeah, like small creatures.
Yeah, either that or it's some sort of like, small creatures, insects that got into the can and it really floating to the top here.
When you poured it, it looked kind of disgusting.
It looks like Sunny D.
Like bloop.
Yeah, it looks like this really rich fruit juice. Not like, as we call it, what is it, when you add the vitamin drops into the water.
What?
I
have no idea what we're talking about.
Well, like
drops.
Well, like sometimes you get the little tablets that you put into the multivitamin tablets that you put into the water.
Yeah, fizzy tablets.
Fizzy tablet. Yeah, it's not like that. This looks like someone pureed mango juice or pureed fresh pineapple and then added some vanilla to it and put it into a glass, because this is the thickest double IPA I've ever seen in my entire life.
It doesn't smell that much, actually. It
smells fruity and like a nondescript generic fruitiness.
Thin generic fruit. Doesn't really smell like vanilla. Right, let's try it. Cheers.
Oh my god. Wow. That is thick.
Major difference between aroma and flavor.
Yeah. There's a lot of flavors going through this. And this is fruit juice. I mean,
so initial flavors are definitely like pineapple, mango, and vanilla.
Yeah.
But I have to say the aftertaste is really rough.
It is. It literally tastes like someone took fruit puree and then added some vodka to it.
Yes, that's the aftertaste. I was going first and they were like, is it like vomit? No, it's not. It's not a pleasant aftertaste. I think you need to keep drinking this and just get the initial taste.
Yeah, get over the first shock of it, because it is so thick. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a beer this. I mean, this is like including stouts. That's this chewy.
It's really thick.
Oh, it is. It tastes not too dissimilar from a screwdriver.
Oof, that's a bad.
Which is orange juice and vodka.
Yeah.
But like really heavy on the. But you add some like mango puree to it.
You're making my associations worse with these descriptions, because you're completely right, and they're not good. It's a very strange.
It is extremely strange
beer.
I would not have expected this to be the most challenging beer I was going to have today. I thought it was going. It'll be another great, fun double IPA from
fruity, sweet, easy to drink, but it's a bit of a struggle.
It's more of a cocktail beer.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Is it 8% or 9%? 8%. Yeah, the aftertaste is extremely harsh. For it to be so sweet and fruity on the front end, the aftertaste is almost metallic.
I said rough, but you're right. It's harsh. It's not rough. Harsh is the correct.
It is. It's got this weird, metallic aftertaste to it. It's kind of.
I'm gonna go back and try the Lupo Lab now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little water to. I'm gonna rinse my palate a little bit. That is.
The Lupo Lab has way more sweet cantaloupe, but in a good way now.
Yeah.
It's a welcome change from. It removes all of the harsh aftertastes of the motive.
Yeah, I'm definitely sticking with a 4 on the Lupo.
Yep.
Lupo Lab. However, the motive, I think I could go like a 3.5 on this one.
Me too.
It was almost a 3.25. I got to be honest.
Yes.
That aftertaste is so metallic and so harsh.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. If it had a really fruity, rounded kind of aftertaste to it, I think it would be like a 4.5.
Yeah.
But because the finish is just like eating pennies at the end, you're kind of like, oh.
Because when I rate the beer, I usually make it a combination of the initial taste and the aftertaste. Both are almost equally important to me, but aftertaste is really important because that's what you're left with when you're sitting and talking and just enjoying life, discussing with your friends.
It's what makes you want to take another sip of beer.
Yes. The aftertaste is what binds together 2 sips of the beer with life in between. And if that's it'll get a low rating. The initial flavor is easily a 4.
Yeah.
And then the aftertaste should lift it up to a higher rating.
Bump it quite a bit, but it doesn't. It drags it down quite harsh.
It really does.
Yeah. Also, let's see if there's a canning date on here anywhere. Nope. Apparently those are no longer important.
So the Lupo Lab is also 8%.
Yeah.
And it's funny that the motive is making Lupo Lab very drinkable.
Yeah.
Very easy to drink these 8%. Like it's lemonade.
All right. Well, I think we're done here.
Yeah, I'm done with the motive.
Yeah, I'm done with the motive too, which is sad because it had a lot of potential.
Yes.
And it just really fell down on that. You can find us on what'sontappodcast.com, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, Amazon,
Apple, Google.
Yeah, wherever you can find quality podcasts.
This podcast is part of the Pod Syndicate family. For more criminally compelling shows, articles, and conversations, head to wearepodsyndicate.com.